Hello and welcome back to Have Your West Ham View. I'm Sam.
And I'm Chloe.
We are back. Come on, you irons. We're finally back. It's been a few weeks. I do apologise, guys. You're seeing a completely new setup here. Fortunately, Joe and I have been very busy. Obviously, the last episode, I think it aired about 18, 19 days ago now. So from when we've actually started, we're doing a podcast today. So, yeah, we apologise. But sometimes life takes over. Joe's got a business to run. Likewise. So, yeah. But we're back. We're here to talk all things West Ham. It's been 5 games since our last episode. We had United in the Cup, we had Brighton, which we don't want to talk too much about, the double header against Larnaca, and obviously then the Villa game. What do you think? Has it been for the last sort of three weeks, Chloe? A lot of games. Obviously, we've obviously turned Larnaca over twice. Not that they're a massive team. A point against Villa, but I think should we go straight into maybe the United game?
Yeah.
Yeah. United away in the Cup.
Disappointing. Very disappointed.
Played well.
For like 70 minutes.
Yeah. We played well. 70 minutes we played really well. And Tony had that chance in the first half that he should have put away. And I think we were the better team. Obviously, they made a lot of changes on the day. But I think we deserved to win the game. Don't put your chances away. It always comes back to bite you. I think, we don't like United away, obviously, and we never get a result there, very rarely anyway. And they always had that feeling in the game, didn't it? If they got one, they'd go on and win it.
Yeah.
And Agurd sort of tried to throw it, really, didn't he? What did you think?
Honestly, it was just sad to watch.
It was.
We played really well.
Yeah.
First half, we got the goal. Was it first half or second? I can't remember.
It was second half.
Yeah.
Ben Rama, it nearly went out of play.
Yeah.
I know it was a while ago now.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
But no, we just stopped playing. That's what it felt like. Honestly, it was.
It was a massive opportunity to beat them. Obviously, they'd just come off the back of the cup final, I believe. Because it was just a few days after, weren't it? And they did definitely they had a bit of a hangover.
100%.
But we big opportunity. We all want an FA Cup run, but now we're getting it, I guess, in Europe, but it's not quite like the FA Cup, is it? We'd love it. One day, maybe. One day. It was the Agurd show, really, weren't it?
It was indeed.
He threw it away. He threw it away completely. I mean, even their goal that they scored, which was disallowed, which was just after their first goal, Casemiro header, he let his man go, and he had those two. I mean, look, it was 1-1 on the 90th minute, and Garnacho picked up that ball, and Ben Johnson didn't really close him down. He put it in the bottom corner, and then obviously. Who was it who scored the Fred? Was it Fred who scored that last 95th minute? I think so. So, they scored 2 goals in the last 5 minutes, but it always felt like it was going to go that way.
It did. Once we conceded the first, that was it. I knew we was going to concede 2 or 3.
Yeah. It always had that feeling, didn't it? Moving on. Brighton away. So we should have had tickets. So chap who we met at Wolves, Ivan, if you're watching, he had sorted us out tickets for the Brighton game, 4 tickets, and then he ended up winning 5 in the ballot himself. So the guy he was getting the 4 off, he said, look, you can buy it from him. Anyway, long story short, the guy blew us out pretty much the night before. I say the tickets never arrived in the post, did they? So it wasn't his fault. So we weren't going, and it was probably a bit of a blessing in disguise, wasn't it?
That's exactly what I said to you.
Yeah.
We were sitting in the living room and it was just like...
It was a hard watch, wasn't it? I mean, we hadn't beaten them in any of the previous 11 meetings, Brighton. I think we picked up a couple of draws, but most of the time we lose to them. The only time I remember is obviously when we beat them 6-0, Vazte overhead kick in the Championship. That's a long, long time ago, and we don't like playing them at all, do we? And they dominated us proper.
Yeah, no, it was bad. I had a little bit of hope because we just come off that win.
I had a good feeling about the game.
Against Forest.
Yeah.
We win 4-0 and then we lose 4-0.
Yeah. I had a good feeling about the game, like you said, off the back of the win against Forest. I know we had United in the week, but we still played pretty well. And you just get a feeling. I still get the feeling every single time we play that we're going to do something. But it wasn't good. I think the stat was that we completed 69 passes in that game, and I know it feels like a long time ago, and I know we're talking about a game from several weeks ago, but that is one of the worst performances. A lot of the people that I know that went said it. One of the worst performances of a West Ham team. For a long, long, long while. We just had nothing about us at all, no grit, no determination. But I think at 1-0, Bowen had that chance where he went through.
Yeah.
And whilst he's actually started picking up, he scored a couple Thursday night against Larnaca. I just think you've got to put that away. You've got to put that away, and at 1-1 the game does change completely.
Yeah. I think that sums up our season though.
Yeah,
100%. I think
it does. Key moments, isn't it?
Yeah.
Key moments. We key chances, key moments, and not putting the ball away. As I said, Bowen's not been picked for the England squad this week, and unfortunately he's not done enough. But he's got to let his football do the talking. As I said, he's picked up a couple of goals in recent games, so he just needs to keep that up. And we're going to need him, aren't we, in the last few games?
Yeah, I mean, he was one of our best players a couple of seasons ago. He just needs to find his form back, and a lot of them do though.
Yeah,
just need to find the form.
They do. Just looking at those boots, I think Jared Bowen could do a pair of those at the moment. So these, obviously, we've got the new setup. So you've got my first boots here. Did like an Umbro. Tom's first boots on the right hand side there. Well, your left. He liked the old Nikes, didn't he?
He did.
T deal, S deal. We need to get a COYI deal one.
We do.
Yeah, we do. But obviously, you didn't play footy when you was young. But yeah, we're liking the new setup. It's nice to have change of scenery, and we'll have Joe on here soon. As we said, he's very busy. But we've got the old videos. What we got on today, Claire? We've got the Golden Goals collection, and this is 115 goals between 1980 and 1992. But we've got loads of these, and my great aunt's given me a VHS player, so we're going to bang them out every episode, and we'll probably start buying more. So if anyone's got any videos, VHS videos that we can buy or happy to send, we are all ears, because we want to keep this collection going. I spent the week actually ordering the programs that we've got, and I'll show you the down behind you, loads of them. But yeah, so moving on. So Brighton brush it under the carpet. It's 4-0. It's bad, really, really bad. A lot of people calling for Moyes to go.
Yeah.
But we then had Larnaca away.
Yeah.
Napa away.
Lovely.
Yeah. Couldn't go, unfortunately, could we?
No.
But it was, I don't know, it looked like a proper party, didn't it?
It did, yeah. I'd have loved to have been there. It looked lovely and warm as well. Need a bit of warmth.
Yeah. Sun, West Ham. Reminds me of Seville last year. You can't beat that, really. West Ham in Europe is just unheard of, really. And that's why we've got to make the most of it as fans. We've got to, if we get to Prague, then obviously everyone's going to be there. I've had an absolute howler. Absolute howler that I've got to share with everyone. So I booked a holiday maybe October, November last year, going to Kefalonia with the missus, and it's the day of the final. I know let's not get ahead of ourselves here, but I fly out on the 31st of May to Kefalonia. And the final's on 31st of May, so I've got to try and sort it out, and I really.
You really have, yeah.
Alex is pretty easy going, but yeah, I've got to sort it out.
Just push it back a week. It'll be fine.
Trouble is, there's only one flight into Kefalonia, I think, every week, and that's on a Wednesday, so that's why it ended up being that day. But yeah, I've had an absolute nightmare. But I don't know, we'll see. We beat them 2-0 at their place. Antonio at the double. It was funny because the first half hour, I mean, they actually done all right at home anyway. I mean, we went to the away leg, didn't we, on Thursday night, and they were pony. They were really, really, really bad. They couldn't get out of we'll talk about that game in a bit more detail, but they couldn't get their final, their third at all, defensive third. But, Antonio scored 2. Up until the 35th minute or whenever it was he scored his first goal, I feel like every single time he touched the ball, it bounced off him, and he was a bit all over the place, weren't he? But the first goal, he made it.
Yep.
Held at the ball, went out to the wing, header, and second goal. Go on, talk through the second goal.
Second goal.
Ricey picked it up, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a good finish from Antonio, actually. It was a very good finish. It was a.
Yeah, we'll leave that in there, actually. That's just me being clumsy. Go on, Chloe.
Yeah, it was an unexpected Antonio finish for me.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I can't remember it majorly.
So Rice picked it up. Yeah, it's been a while. That was last Thursday. So Rice picked it up, as he does, pinged it into Antonio, edge of the box, top corner.
Yeah. Lovely finish. Yeah.
And obviously he screened it with the centre half because goalkeeper couldn't see. So it looked like the keeper kind of was in a bit of no man's land, but he wouldn't have seen it till late because it was just a great strike. And he doesn't score many goals from outside the box. I think the last one was for Jamaica, before that, I think a long time.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see him score, and then he picked up a calf injury, as he does. He always seems to get a couple goals. The times when he does get a couple goals, he ends up getting injured. So he's not been in the squad since, has he?
No.
Yeah, Larnaca done all right. They've done okay. They won 14-0 on corners. They had 14 corners to our 0, and like I said, they deserve the goal.
Yeah.
At home, they really deserved the goal, and we didn't really look like we was playing it back very well. We didn't look like we had much of a clue, but the 2 goals killed the game. 2 goals in 7-8 minutes, and that was it, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that's quite embarrassing actually that they won 14-0 on corners.
It is. They like I said, they were giving it a go at home, but. I mean, let's just talk about our home leg, because whilst we're talking about Larnaca, before we talk about the Villa game, it was a good turnout for a home game against a team like Larnaca. I think there's about 40,000 fans in there.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Good turnout. Good to see some youngsters come on. You've got Divine Mubama, you've got Levi Lang, you've got Freddie Potts. 3 players that look very good, but I'm not going to get too excited. One thing I will say about Mubama is I think we've had a couple come through up top in the last few seasons. Sonny Perkins, Mipu or Dubeko. None of them have really got me excited like Divine is. I think that's how you say it, Divine Mubama, because he works hard. He's a West Ham boy, unlike the other 2. I don't know if it was Perkins West Ham boy.
I don't know.
I think he was from North. But either way, I think Divine has come out and said he's a West Ham fan.
Yeah.
And he plays for the shirt. For him to come on, score and get booked. It's just what you want to see. He's running that ball down relentlessly, and he's young. He's only 19, so he's full of beans, absolutely full of beans. And the way he pressed the keeper was so refreshing. What did you think of him when he come on?
Yeah, I think he wanted it. He looked really quick. He looked up for it. I think him and Ings, because they both was on up top for a bit, they looked quite good together.
We had 2 up top.
Yeah, believe it or not.
We had 2 up top, which is an absolute miracle in itself. I mean, I know at that point I think it was 3-0.
Yeah, it was 3-0,
on the night, obviously 5, so Moyes is able to take the fucking foot off the gas a little bit. But yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Because I guess this does relate to the Villa game. Villa, he let them have the ball, Moyes. That was his game plan. He was like, let Martinez just stand on the ball. There was times where, at one point, I think Martinez had the ball for over 40 seconds before he was pressed. And it was obviously a game plan, because Moyes didn't want us to press and then get caught out by some slick passing, so he just said, hold your positions.
Yeah.
And it was frustrating from a fan's point of view, but it seemed to work, to be honest, against Villa.
It did seem to work. They sort of ended up having to just hoof it, and then we did eventually get it back, but it was quite frustrating to watch because...
Yeah, the non-press.
Yeah, it was just like standstill.
Yeah. We did have our chances in the opening 15, because that non-press, if you like, that's what I'm going to call it, because it was a standstill. It allowed us to catch the ball a few times and intercept, and then we had the chance of Gerd. I think that might have been a set piece, I can't remember. But he had that chance where we could have buried it and he didn't.
Yeah.
He's had a few of them recently. I don't know if he's good. He's not the sort of guy that... Sometimes you've got centre-halves that actually you fancy him in the final in the box. Dawson. Just somehow it goes in, and it used to be like that with Bonner, but Gerd doesn't seem to have that, does he?
No, he doesn't. He's tall and he probably could win a header, but I don't know, I just don't back him. I back Zuma. Yeah. I think when he comes up, I think but I never get that feeling. It's been a while though, isn't it?
It's been a while for Zuma.
It has.
I used to get that feeling with Zuma as well, but he don't seem like he's going to get his head on it, or like in this case with a Gerd, like finish it. And Ben Rama had that one with a volley. Ben Rama had 10 shots against Villa. 10 shots.
Yeah.
About 5 on target, and they were alright, but none of them were really looked like they was going in, did they?
No, straight down the middle.
Straight down the middle, and like, or just, but you know. That's Ben Rama in it for you. So, but sometimes you want him to have those shots and test the keeper and whatever, and it did gain a bit of pressure. But sometimes you just think, just take your time a little bit more.
Yeah,
and
think about it.
Think about it, yeah absolutely. But Villa went in front. This was the thing about this non-press. It ended up going out wide to him, Moreno, and Bowman was caught a little bit high. Kehrer was in a bit of a, do I go with the runner or do I go and press Moreno? Before you know it, he's put a peach of a ball in. Ollie Watkins beat Aguerd. It was a good header, wasn't it?
It was a good header, but it was their first attack of the game, I think.
It must have been.
I think, honestly, it was the first thing they did, and they scored from it, which was quite disappointing because we need them 3 points, and I think if we defended that properly, we could have got the win.
Yeah, we could have. like I say, Saeed's volley that went into the row Z, even though that it was a peach of a ball, and he had time. I know it's volleying; it's not the easiest technique in the game, but he's Saeed Benrahma, for God's sake. He's now got beat for Digger D. Paqueta obviously fouled in the box, penalty. Benrahma did step up and fair play to him. He put a lovely penalty away against Martinez. Martinez has got a little bit of a reputation now, especially with the World Cup, with his penalty saves, and he's always been, I think even before before the World Cup, he was saving penalties for Aston Villa, and that's how he got his name when he was at Arsenal, isn't it? So yeah, it wasn't fazed by that. He put it away, but apart from that, there wasn't really much else. I think we kept it was a bit of a 50-50. I don't think both teams really wanted to lose the game, but then after an hour, we did sort of put the pressure back on. Like I said, the Benrahma one outside the box that Martinez flicked over the bar. Yeah. And then another one for Benrahma that Ashley Young blocked on the volley, again round the back. Could have maybe cut inside and put it away, but what do you think of Saeed Benrahma?
Saeed Benrahma, yeah. Do you know what? It depends on the day for a start. Sometimes he can come on off the bench and you think, wow, he's good. Yeah. And then the next week you'll start him, and you'll think, what's going on? But that game specifically, he looked good. He was trying to take players on. He was cutting in, but you just got to finish. I think when you have 10 or 12 opportunities in a game, you've got to at least finish. You've got to bury
one. I know he had the penalty, but you
can't really count that.
It's a penalty. Yeah. It's 12 yards out. I
mean, I couldn't do it personally, but
no, maybe you could. I think like we said, he put it away, but he's had a lot of shots during the course of the game, and especially, in product, isn't it?
Especially in the position we're in, we need them goals going in.
We need them in. Yeah. We need him to put them away because goals win games, and that's one thing we've been lacking in all season is goals. And now Danny Ings is here, but we'll see. Playing with Bama, that's what I say. Something funny that I thought we'll put this up on the screen now. Actually, West Ham somehow had the Premier League trophy at the ground.
Oh yeah, what was that about?
And you could pay a £5
to have a picture with
to have a photo with the Premier League with a claret and blue ribbon. I mean, I just don't understand it. There's ways of making money and whatever, but if it's a club thing, right? How many people that are going to the game are going to pay a £5? I don't know. I think it's just bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, that was weird.
But people will pay it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I just thought we're in a relegation battle. Yeah. Why have we got the Premier League trophy in our ground?
Maybe it's like a goodbye. Say goodbye because this is the last time you... Yeah. Finish off on the Larnaca home game. I had 4-0 on the bet. I had Scamacca to score 2. And the reason why I bring it up is because I think he should have left Scamacca on.
Yeah. I think he should have got 90 minutes, actually.
I think he should have got 90 minutes. I know it's a fitness thing and whatever, but at least 80. Get another goal under his belt. His first goal wasn't exactly, an amazing goal. It went through the keeper's legs and he toe poked it, didn't he? And so, fuck knows how that went in. But I think he could have got another one.
Yeah, he could have. He had that offside one as well. Yeah. I don't know how offside that was, but
yeah, he took him off on like the 58th minute. And if you're Scamacca, you're thinking, come on, man, leave me out there. Let me get some goals, rather than just a toe poke that would never go in a normal week. But it was good for Mbama to come on. I think Ings didn't need to come on. Save him for, or I don't know, just leave Scamacca on so that my bet could come in, basically.
Yeah, or just give Ings and Scamacca up top because we might need that in the next few games.
Yeah.
You don't try it, then you don't know, do you?
No, you're right. We didn't even talk about the red card actually, and the fact that they scored in the first half. It's poor, isn't it? I don't want to talk about we won 4-0. It's hard to, have some negatives from the game, but how they even got in behind and scored, and I haven't seen it back actually. And people are saying it's tight, but how?
I don't know what happened.
No,
I'm just sitting there, all relaxed.
It's because it come out of nothing, wasn't it?
And then they were just in on goal.
But likewise with the red card as well.
Yeah, Pablo did not want him to get a red card.
No. We've got the Pablos in this world that are just amazing people, and he was like, no, don't send him off. Gives him a kiss on the head. Yeah. Like, bless him. He's quality, isn't he?
Yeah, I think that guy got sent off at the weekend for his league game as well.
Yeah. So he got sent off on the weekend for his like in the domestic league, and then he's got sent off against us. But yeah, I haven't been able to catch it. But yeah, I don't think it was. I don't know, 50-50 in it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I saw a little clip and I did think, but I think in the sort of setting of the game, yellow's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. No game this weekend. City game has been cancelled because they've got Burnley in the cup. We meant to have them on Sunday. Obviously, that would be Mother's Day, so I think it's done us a favour anyway. Spend some time with Mum, and you've got big games, haven't you? You got some big games. You got Southampton versus Tottenham. You got Wolves versus Leeds. Again, that can go either way. Probably preferably Wolves. And then you've got, who else you got?
Brentford
Leicester. Again, we really want Brentford to win that one. And Chelsea Everton, yeah, as well. So all the teams in and around us are playing, apart from Palace. So
could be bottom of the league by the end.
Could be bottom of the league. And talking to Palace, they've sacked Vieira, which is mental, really. But considering his run, I think Newcastle City, all the likes, and now if he would have been kept on, he'd have been playing. In fact, they've probably got the best run of games.
Yeah.
We'll stick it on the screen now. Actually, their remaining fixtures that he would have had, and he's literally got all the teams around him. And I think it's hard to. I know they've not won a game all year, but
yeah, I think they've had a tough few games, and I think they should have let him have a go at these easier games. We say,
but we've even won games this year.
Yeah, true.
I know we've got like cup games in there, and but we beat Forest.
Yeah.
We beat Brentford in the cup. And then we obviously picked up draws like Palace have been picking up.
Yeah. They're definitely dropping into it, and I think I understand why they've sacked him, but I think maybe one more game against whoever the next one is.
The other one was Everton that we beat as well. But these are two teams that we mentioned that are in and around us, and he has now got the opportunity to play, or would have had. But there's talks of Roy Hodgson coming in, which I've seen a lot of bad reaction from the Palace fans. They certainly do not want that. But yeah, I think the whole bottom nine are in it. The whole bottom nine are involved, and yeah, if you can get a run of games together, you will pull away from it, but that time's running out.
It is. I think we've been saying this for like 2 months now.
Yeah.
I think obviously we've not got easy games coming up.
No.
We've got some. Well, I wouldn't say easy because like Southampton, I think it's going to be a tough game for us.
Yeah. After the international break.
Yeah. But we have to be picking up points now, otherwise we're going to be in big trouble. Definitely.
Big stuff.
Well, I think we're already in big trouble, to be honest.
Well, we are in big trouble. But like we say, we've always said, get a run of 3 or 4 wins together, you'll be all right. But that time is really running out. How many games have we got left? 13?
Yeah, not a lot.
No,
not a lot.
So not even that, 12, I think. So yeah. Finally, talk about the England squad. Some interesting decisions. Obviously, Bowen didn't get in there, as we earlier mentioned. Calvin Phillips, he's played 50 odd minutes of football this season, and he's in the England squad.
Yeah.
James Ward-Prowse plays every minute, plays every game, scores goals, set pieces, not in the squad.
Yeah, I don't understand that one at all, actually.
No, and Michael Richards come out and said, I think if you had a James Ward-Prowse in the Man United team, he'd be in the squad every week. And I agree. I do agree. I think the man should be in the squad. He's a quality player. He's a quality player. And Calvin Phillips he's not playing any football.
No, he's not. He's a good player, don't get me wrong, but if you're not playing football, then you're not going to be on form. And
no.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
No, I think Southgate's time's rapidly coming to an end. He's run out of ideas a little bit.
Yeah. I think he's just picking players that he likes now rather than...
Southgate, you're not the one. That's what I'd say. And finally, managed to sort out Ghent away. So the West Ham view will be there. Me, Dad and Tom are going to be out there. Unfortunately not CD. No. Chloe's got work commitments, so she can't be there. But yeah, so we'll try and do some clips whilst we're out there, and hopefully get tickets sorted for the game. But ultimately we're going to be out there for the thrill of it and for the holidays. So that'll be nice. We haven't played Ghent for 59 years. Played them 7th October 1964. European Cup Winners' Cup preliminary round, and again, last thing I'll pop up on this screen is a ticket. Ghent tweeted a ticket from the game at the bowling ground.
Yeah.
Someone had kept, which is pretty cool. So, as we said, international break's coming up, so we'll try and bring up some content. We'll try and do an episode during that. Maybe talk about the England games and talk about the latest West Ham news. There's always something in there every week. Always something, whether it's Cornet talking about his wife on Instagram or whatever. something funny. But again, Cornet's nice to see him back as well on the pitch, isn't it?
Lovely. He looks up for it, actually.
He does. He looks sharp.
Yeah,
he looks sharp. So we look forward to seeing him. But thanks, guys, for watching. If you like and subscribe on the YouTube channel, and follow on TikTok, follow on all the social media channels, and we'll start posting again and get you guys involved. Thanks for watching. Come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons.